The NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Saints and the Rams. Coming up next.
If you're a Freeway fan, we're just east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of the year. A little bit more urgency. The calendar page turns to November. We kind of know who the good teams are. The midpoint of the NFL season, always a great time to take a step back and look ahead to what's down the road for us.
Yeah, no doubt. And I always felt, even as a player, that you never really knew how good you were as a team or how good everyone else around the league was.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out, Greg, by the #1 overall pick way back in 2009, Matthew Stafford.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But when he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, he's just trying to see if he can add some more hardware to that resume and solidify that legacy even further.
The motion man is Nacua. On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyren Williams. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
That's the game of 5. Brings up third and 4.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
To return, it's Shaheed. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a 5th-round selection out of the 2024 draft. From South Carolina by way of Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
There's really no way around it, Mike. Let's just call it what it is. This has been a disastrous start to their season thus far. They desperately need to get a win and change some of the energy in that building, because I can assure you, I've been there before. As these losses stack up, every day becomes more and more of a drag. And then all of a sudden you get that one big win and the spirits of the building just change overnight. They need that. Can today be that spark? Because if not, they're in for a long season.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Looking to throw, Rattler. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. It's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Returnable from the 17. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready now for their second drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds. We talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long, and as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet, but I could promise you they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
Here's a screen set up to Williams. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Here's 2nd and 9. On the play fake, here's Stafford. Got a man downfield. It's Devontae. A gain there of 21. First down, LA.
First down at the 14-yard line.
On the carry, it's Williams. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. They'll turn and hand this one off. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Good drive so far, but this is a big hurdle. It is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Saints offense ready to take over for their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now Rattler gonna throw. Oh, a loose football. The Rams have it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field, and they start in the best possible situation. It is 1st and goal. The shotgun snap to Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nacua. Line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Rams, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Saints offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit, 6 points. Touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rattler. This one is caught by Jawan Johnson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Whoa! And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. To throw, it's Rattler. Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson.
Well, we give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
And he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's Rattler. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Chris Olave. Touchdown, Saints. That touchdown number 1 for him on the year.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Rams offense getting set to get back to work. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll fake the handoff now. Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
At the 28-yard line.
So after one, the Saints out on top. We're back in Southern California in a moment. Second and 11. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Saints have got it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. Oh, there's nothing better than when the defense scores a touchdown, except when a big man on the defense finds his way to the end zone.
Yeah, I think it's been a while since that guy had a ball in his hand, Mike, probably since his earlier days as a young kid. But, boy, he looked comfortable. What a return. What a play for him to be able to pick up that loose ball and bring it all the way back. Man, nothing brings life to a sideline like a defensive lineman touchdown.
Saints 14, Rams 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams offense ready to get back to work. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with first and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Here's a third down and 4. Here's Stafford. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. The Saints have got it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Now a toss, running left with Kamara. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. They'll run. It's Kamara. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. Rattler now back to throw. To the outside, complete to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision. They'll run for it. It's Kamara. And he's going to have a Saints first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Here's Miller. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Throwing is Rattler. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Rams have it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Taken down and is on the 7-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll go again with Williams. And he's going to take this up to the 17-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Pass brought in by Ferguson. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he's going to weave his way forward. It's a first down at the 44-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
That's the game of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Here's Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Look wide. Get this one complete. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Out of the gun, here's a give to Kamara. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
The pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to run it. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
First down, New Orleans.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. We'll try and run here with Miller. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, Rattler. A pass complete to the tight end, Johnson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Stafford now on 2nd down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Here's 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That's taken in by Higbee. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2, as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll try again, it's 2nd and 10. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. And this will be incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
Their own 39-yard line.
Now Rattler gonna throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Slot receiver headed right. Back to the air once more on second down. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing now is Rattler. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. And before the snap, we have a whistle. And this could very well be a false start. Back to the air one more time. He'll let it go deep left sideline. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion. I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we've reached halftime here. It is an 8-point game as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was the visiting Chargers who were able to come in and steal one on the road. Justin Herbert leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson, strong in the win as his guys start the second half with a victory that moves them to 6-3 on the year. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Drake May, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Saints offense and Spencer Rattler set to take over once more. And it's been a struggle all afternoon. The defense done a great job taking him away from his game, taking his weapons away, and he has yet to find anything to lean on in this one. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rattler. Taken in right side by the tight end, Johnson. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Rattler. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. Sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Handoff here, up the middle, and the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
Stafford now. Here's a screen set up to Williams. Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now 3rd and 15. Stafford. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down. The Rams punting unit coming out as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He'll start the drive with Miller. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. It'll be a run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Rattler now back to throw. That one caught Devon Vele. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
It's the game of 10. First down, New Orleans.
Throwing is Rattler. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On the handoff, this is Miller. And he's going to have that first down across midfield and down to the 46-yard line.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Saints first down.
A run here with Kamara. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run with Miller. And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And this will not help the cause. He's going backwards. Tackled back at the 8. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Second down, it's Stafford. And this defense plays it beautifully. They knock him back to the 7.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
And that is incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. To the left side, in the hands of Hill.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
On second down, here's a run with Kamara. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. Looking to throw, Rattler. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. The defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here on second down and 5. He'll look to throw. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a first down. Olave is the motion man. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. Here's a toss to the right for Kamara. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. They'll look to throw. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incomplete. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. He'll drop to throw. He'll try to run for it. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on third down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the first down with his legs, and they're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
They'll run here with Kamara, and he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Alvin Kamara, touchdown, New Orleans. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Next to score, Saints 21, Rams 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to get back at it. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll go with Williams. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's second and 9. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. Stafford. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up fourth down. Punt team headed out for the Rams as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Saints offense ready to take over once more. And this could very well turn out to be the shocker of the weekend. Not too many people around the league were expecting them to come in here and win, but they are on the verge of doing just that. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Rattler gonna throw. Throw, left side, that's Johnson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now it's Miller. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll run on 1st down with Kamara. And he'll get about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's gonna lead to 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have the Saints 1st down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stop it.
And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line. Task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. One more time with Miller. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. Saints going to use their second timeout. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. Throwing now is Rattler. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Rupee's kick is good. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Stafford.
Matthew Stafford scrambles from the pocket. It's a gain of 7.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 2nd down and 3. On play action, it's Stafford. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nacua. Complete. And he will get into the end zone. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Rams. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Rams are able to edge a bit closer. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The visitors' offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They'll work the middle here with Kamara. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down. We'll try and run for this with Kamara. And he's going to have the Saints' 1st down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one, a win for the Saints. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.